Good morning, Valparaiso. As you look outside this morning, we do have a lot of clouds surrounding our sky, and you do see that fall foliage as we move into fall. Looking at our current temperatures, 38 here in Valparaiso, 37 here in Chicago, pretty cold this morning. But taking a look at our national temperatures, you can see most of the United States is pretty cold with this cold blast. We do have some lake effect showers coming into the Chicagoland area, and specifically Valparaiso getting some of that snow. Much of the southern portion of the United States is experiencing very warm temperatures. You can see 81 here in Houston, but all the way up north we got 12 degrees here in Billings, so very chilly for them. Gusty winds with up to 20 miles per hour, as well as some chilly conditions, but no precipitation expected. Tomorrow morning you can expect a few clouds and some relatively calm winds, and tomorrow afternoon some clouds, but not as chilly. And let's take a look at that 7-day forecast, because the next 2 days are going to be really warm. As you can see, high of 70 here on Thursday, but looking into Veterans Day on Friday, it'll drop down to around 51 for a high, so it will be a bit chilly. And looking into the weekend, you can see temperatures will drop down to the mid-30s, so really cold out. If you are heading outside, I definitely would recommend bundling up. The evening hours of Wednesday, we do have some showers that will start to come through, so make sure if you do go out to get that umbrella out. It is now tied for 5th place on the list of strongest hurricanes to ever hit the United States, with winds of over 150 miles per hour as it lashed throughout southeast Florida. Storm surges as high as 12 feet engulfed homes and cars along the coast, trapping some people inside. As of late this morning, over 2.6 million Floridians are without power, and damage has been initially estimated between $20 billion and $40 billion. But with Ian set to hit the southeastern United States, new tropical storm warnings have been issued for coastal counties in Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So let's take a look at that storm. You can see there on the radar, Ian is currently with sustained winds of over 70 miles per hour as it tracks north-northeast at 9 miles per hour. And as we move into the future, you can see as it moves into the Atlantic Ocean, it will start to regain Category 1 hurricane strength, and it will turn directions toward the Carolina coast. Good morning, Valparaiso. As you take a look at the radar here, we do have this low pressure system that's coming from the Great Plains and moving into the Mississippi River Valley and moving north-northeastward into the Great Lakes region. We do have a lot of rain, specifically the squall line that moves into Mississippi, Tennessee, and parts of the Mississippi River Valley. So let's zoom in on Valparaiso and see what exactly is going on. Looking at the region, you can see we're past the leading edge of all this rain. So today would definitely be a good day to make sure those wipers are working and those headlights are working if you are commuting. With this low pressure system, much of the heavy rain is supposed to arrive at Valpo roughly towards the evening hours. You can see 9 hours and 53 minutes is roughly the estimated time of arrival. Much of the intense precipitation, we got some scattered, yes, but much of it will come into Valparaiso around 12:42 p.m. St. John will get that beforehand at 12:14 p.m. At around 12:11, Macomb City will see more of that intense precipitation. Canton around 104, Peoria around 149, back to back with Wilmington City, followed by El Paso. So the main threats with this cyclone today are mainly the wind gusts, so make sure to avoid a lot of areas with trees and power lines as they might fall down with the wind. And also rain is another threat, so if you are driving, make sure to drive carefully and not through big puddles as you might hydroplane.
The county line orchard has seen an unusual growth in apples this year. Farmers saw over 10 times more apples this year than they did last year and are thanking the warmer weather and delayed frost. Today, I got a closer look at just how many kinds of apples reside here. I happened to stumble upon the Jonah Gold apple trees, and like many other apples, these are sweet, tangy, and great for baking. With only 5 days until the official end of the apple season, the number of apples are quickly running out.
Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are ready to start celebrating the holiday of Christmas. And as we approach the month of December, that also means winter is approaching. The temperatures are dropping and our worst nightmare comes to reality, the formation of potholes. And some of you out there are wondering, how exactly do they form? So that's what I want to discuss today. First things first, you need a water source, and this can be from precipitation above, or it can just be from water that flows onto the pavement, and it'll seep through these already generated cracks in the road and will collect underneath here in the rock base. And once that water collection freezes, it'll force the pavement upward, creating this bump or pimple in the road. And once that drier weather arrives, the water will dissipate and leave a hole underneath the pavement. And so what happens is that bump disappears, but then you have a more fragile surface. And once you drive over that, it'll eventually collapse and form a pothole in the road. And these are no friends to us. They can certainly damage your car. It can damage your tire, the rim, or just the body of your car, and it can be very costly to repair. So certainly avoid these at all if possible. Looking at our current conditions, it'll be around 73 degrees this afternoon with northeast winds at 10 miles per hour. Looking at our current radar, the sun is starting to come up, and you can start to see those clouds kind of moving into the Valparaiso area. Most of the precipitation down to our southeast, but up here in Valparaiso, not much going on, maybe just a few showers. And if you're going to Popcorn Fest, stick around. I'll be giving you your 7-day forecast.